All right, folks, I'm Captain E sitting in this week for Andrew Upshaw as your host of Let's Fish TV. We're going to be down at the Rediversion Canal just below the Wilson Dam here in South Carolina, targeting shad, an incredible species that are a lot of fun on light tackle. We're going to get out there and see what we can do today. Don't go anywhere. Let's Fish TV is on the air now.
That's a big one right there.
It's time for the only program that brings you real-time fishing reports from the Southeast region every week.
You ever caught a fish that big?
No!
Got it.
Another day. There you go. Another redfish. Got him. Now, that's what Let's Fish TV is all about right there, guys.
All right, folks, I'm Captain E sitting in this week for Andrew Upshaw as your host of Let's Fish TV. I am bringing you down to South Carolina. We're going to chase shad. You know, that anadromous species that loves to spend their time in the salt water and then once a year makes that run up the fresh water to come spawn. We're targeting them right below the Wilson Dam here on the Rediversion Canal just south of Santee Cooper Lakes, and we're gonna have a good time. We're fishing with sabiki rigs, some small crappie jigs. We got our luge rods pulled up with some 20-pound braid, and we're gonna have a lot of great action today, hoping to get some good roe fish. Now that's the ones we're looking for with those eggs, and they are great table fare. If you like shad, roe, and grits, we're gonna have you some great fish today. And right now we got a lot of water flowing. They're letting a lot of water through that Wilson Dam in the Rediversion Canal, so we should have a lot of success today. And while we're out on the water today, our Let's Fish Inside reporters are gonna bring you all the reports from your home waters. Freshwater, saltwater, it doesn't matter. We'll have it all covered in today's episode. Let's go back to the studio for your weekend planner.
Thank you so much for joining us. The Salooner tables are predicting fair game fish activity throughout both days this weekend. Peak game fish activity begins early at 3:27 on Saturday and 4:27 on Sunday morning. Prime daytime activity kicks off at 2:56 on Saturday and 4:52 Sunday afternoon. Depending on your location, the sun will rise around 6:55 and set around 8:08. In evenings, we'll feature a moon that is 88% visible. Keep up with our latest fishing adventures, tips, and tricks from Let's Fish TV by joining us on Facebook, Instagram, and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Also, don't forget Andrew's doing an Academy tour, so look to our social media pages to see when and where he will be next.
Where we're at is we are in the Rediversion Canal just below the Wilson Dam here at Santee Cooper, and really just up from the Santee River. These fish are making that move, and they do it every time, every year. It always happens. Those anadromous fish love to leave that salt water. They move to freshwater to do their spawning, and we are right here at a perfect time. We've got a real warm day. It's gonna make it really good, and we've got a lot of water flowing out of that lake system. I'll show you how brown this water is, but how much current we've got going here. There's a lot of guys down here doing it. It's a great time to get the kids out, have a good time. We're gonna use some sabiki rigs. We'll use some small grubs, some crappie jigs. It's a great time. Y'all come down, get those luge rigged up, and head out here. Let's go see what we can do today. There we go. All right, there we go. Oh, this might be multiple. This might be multiple. This thing is not coming. Wow, I tell you what, folks, if you look around, I mean, it is incredible. We are in the dirtiest of water right here, but the key right now is that we've got this much motion in it. They are really turned loose a lot of water right now out of the Wilson Dam. And like we said, that water moving is the key to getting these fish set up in here now. Again, these American shad that we're chasing and fishing, and the herring, they're all coming from the ocean. You know, they all come up from the ocean to do their spawn. And let's get this big old buck in. Now, and I'll show you real quick why this is a buck. Actually, I don't know, we might be dealing with a smallish roe. Nope, we got a buck here. It's a buck. There we go. All right, got her loose. That is definitely a buck. And we'll get some roe and you'll see. But as you can tell, not full of eggs right there, which is a lot of people, that is the reason they're out here. They want that roe. That egg is unbelievable. A lot of them love eating them. Not me. I'll tell you what these are all going to. These are all going to be catching cobia in about 2 months. This is some great chum. It's awesome. Got a lot of oily nastiness to it. So you put these things in a chum bag, they bring fish from miles away. But again, you know, I'm using a real simple setup here. I've got the Mach 2, the new Mach 2 setup, and I'm using a sabiki rig with some grubs on it. I'll show you those later. But we got some great reports on your body of water. Let's go see what's happening there.
Hey y'all, welcome to my favorite segment of the show. This is the Alabama, Mississippi, and Georgia Coastal Fishing Report. But first, this segment is brought to you by me, Captain Patrick Garmison. I'm with Ugly Fishing down here in Southwest Alabama. This week we targeted speckled trout, redfish, puppy drum, flounder, sheephead, and had success at all of them. Live shrimp under a popping cork is one of the main ways that you can catch just about any of those species. Where the flounder bite ended up shining really well was fishing near rocks with a pink color or the peppermint colored slick lure. And then on our speckled trout, we also had good success on topwater. Now to Tybee Island, Georgia said a lot of the fish are starting to feed on mullet fry and the smaller brown shrimp. He said there are some larger white shrimp holding into the deeper holes around in the rivers and creeks. He said the flounder are just now starting to move in on the inside coming from the near shore wrecks. It's out of Biloxi, Mississippi. Fish have been honing in on pink, white, and chartreuse. Pink, I already talked about that in our area here in Alabama. And then he said that the wind and the rain have really made things tough for him trying to find cleaner water. He said the key to him has been looking for where it's clean and where it gets a little dirty and fish somewhere in that transition zone. So good luck if y'all get out this weekend. And remember what my friends with Speckled Truth say, keep what you need and leave the rest. God bless, guys.
So what we're doing now is just making little subtle jigs off the bottom. There we go, look at there. Just barely lifting it off the bottom. Oh, this is another good one. Barely lifting it off the bottom. And I would suggest this. I've got 8 hooks on this sabiki rig. If you want to have fun and not deal with a bunch of organized chaos, oh, look at there. If you want to deal with not so much chaos, I would strongly suggest cutting some of these hooks off. When they get to biting, when they're in here biting really good, you can get one on every single hook, for real. Every single hook, and that rig ain't gonna hold it up. I'm using 13-pound mainline on my sabiki rig. That's a good one. I mean, if you can't have fun doing this, you know, I know a lot of people laugh about our shad fishing, and obviously most people look at it as bait fish. If you can't come and have a good time doing this, bring the kids with you. Like again, we are in what's called the Rediversion Canal here, just south of Santee and just below the Wilson Dam. You've also got the Tailrace Canal, which is also the Cooper River. And anybody that knows anything about bass fishing knows about the phenomenal bass fishing that goes on in Cooper River. Just below that beautiful Panopolis lock over there. Well, you can choose either place, and this time of the year, they're everywhere. They're in both. And we made a 2.5 mile run up the river here to get to what's known as the popular spot here, and we could have started back there. We could have fished right back there and caught them, but we came up here to get around the crowd, and we're going to fly the drone and get some pretty footage. But this is an incredible place. It's an incredible thing. It happens once a year. From late January you can start catching them, and it runs through April. And again, a great time. Light tackle, get out with a lures. I've got the Mach 2 today, but light tackle and a good time.
Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Mercury, Go Boldly, Lowrance, the ultimate fishing system, Gulf Shores and Orange Beach Tourism. Let's fish on Alabama's beaches. Motor Guides Tour Pro with GPS anchor, powered by Passion.
Oh, there you go. There's a bump. There he is. Wow. I mean, I'm telling you. All right, folks, listen, I'll tell you what, once again, you can come do this yourself. It's real simple. And the times of the year that you want to be here are late January. Oh, there you go. There's a bump. There he is. Wow. I mean, I'm telling you, it is, I can't talk about how much fun it is, but I'm also going to talk about this forward-facing sonar. It's incredible. It really has worked. We're now seeing exactly where the fish are, where the schools of fish are. We're able to drop that bait back and get it up in that water column where these fish are. And I mean, I don't want to say it's every cast because it's not every cast, but it's pretty close. And again, this is something that you got to bring the kids to do. And if you truly do like the roe, like shad roe, which a lot of people genuinely do, you can get some great roe here. I think personally that we are probably a little early. I think the bucks have started making their way up here right now, and you've got some roe that are mixed in. But I think right now in the next 2 weeks, and we got some really good weather coming, I think you'll see them really start to make their move up here. Look at that, no net. Look at the size of that. I mean, again, in North and South Carolina, I mean, you've got Roanoke River, incredible shad fishing up there. In South Carolina, obviously here, Cooper River and up the Santee River. And as you'll see, oops, well, line kind of broke, but we're gonna put that thing on ice, take care of it. I'll vacuum seal them, and these again will make great chum, great bait when the cobias start running here in May, which, man, that's right around the corner. I can't wait. Hey folks, it's time for your Carolinas Report, this week brought to you by my good friends over my shoulder here, Crazy Sister Marina. We want to take care of all your needs on the water. Come down and visit us. Spring, incredible fishing, offshore, inshore, nearshore, it doesn't matter. Even early summer, get your trip booked now. Visit crazysistermarina.com, get more information today. I'll tell you what, I'm out targeting some flounder right now, and the bite has been incredible. A lot of smaller fish, but a lot of fish right now. Water temperature's starting to warm up. We're starting to get some bait into creeks. And I'll tell you, concentrating on those deep drop-offs out of shallow areas on the falling tide where the water's really warmed up good, concentrate on those areas. Artificial, I'm out with Gulp today. Voodoo Shrimp is another great artificial to target flounder with. Get out and have a great time. And we're gonna continue talking more about the Spanish mackerel. That bite has been incredible. The nearshore reefs, the mouths of your jetties, Little River, Merle's Inlet, down to Georgetown. Target those fish with planers, with Christmas tree, Clark spoons. It's a lot of fun on light tackle. This is your Carolinas Report brought to you by Crazy Sister Marina. Remember, fish smarter, not harder, and keep your chaos organized. I want to show you exactly this rig that we're using, and I'll get up close and personal with it off the water, but for right now I want to show you. Look, it is a, I said 8 earlier, I think it's a 10 hook sabiki rig. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 hook sabiki rig. And what I've done is, that chartreuse seems to be the color. Now I'm telling you, you can get a, what, 138 or 132nd, 3/16 smaller jigs and just rig those up in tandem. But this rig works perfect. I've got white on there, got some chartreuse, and then I've left the normal hooks on there. And there are some herring in here as well, hoping that those will catch them. Now we're gonna sling it out, get it down current from us. And I know from looking at my forward-facing sonar, I know what's back there. They're coming up over a little hump that we've got right here behind us, and it's rolling the water up. We've got a little bit of back whirl, and those fish are getting stacked up back there. So we're gonna throw this out here, and what I'll do is just let it get settled in that current behind the boat, and then I'll just give it some small, subtle jigs, just like this, and I'll slowly crank it into the boat, just dragging it, keeping that lead on the bottom, which right now I've moved up to a 2-ounce sinker, but you can have just as much luck throwing one out there and just letting it sit in that current, keeping it below the surface. All right, so there we go. I'm just gonna lift it off the bottom. There we go. Like I said, we're using forward-facing sonar. We're watching these schools of fish, and when they get set up back there, obviously we know if they're on the bottom, if they're up in the water column. So we're trying to get these baits right there with them. There we go. We actually might do something nice here. We'll let him go out and do some work. We'll let him do some work. Go out and help some of them big old girls get them eggs ready to go. There we go. Perfect, hook right there. Yeah, we'll let him go. He'll go back down there and do his job. But again, you got to watch out. All these hooks on there, I'm telling you, you'll be dealing with some chaos.
Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there. Power Pull, Total Boat Control. Balls Out, made in the USA. Heavy duty mounts for your fish finders. Rely on, challenge your limits.
I mean, with this current combined with this light tackle, it is just, oh boy, this one does not want to come. All right, come on. Come on, I'll tell you what, it is, again, I can't say enough about the incredible fight you get out of these little fish. I mean, with this current combined with this light tackle, it is just, oh boy, this one does not want to come. This one does not want to come. I'm gonna get my partner over here that I've got with me to come net this fish. All right, yeah. Oh, that's a good one, huh? That's a good one. I've got my man back there netting for me. Look at there. All right, you slinging on up here to me? No, come grab it. There we go. Oh, oh, fuck it. Don't move it, don't move it, don't move it, don't move it, don't move it. There we go. All right, that's fun. That'll get your attention. That'll get your attention. There's another good one. Yeah, buddy. So what we'll do again, I've been saying, these things are gonna be great chum, great chum. And our good buddy at the local tackle shop there loves them for catfish, but we'll use what we have, and we're probably gonna come back. I'll tell you, it's so much fun, and I hate that the kids didn't get to come this time. You know, I am your Carolinas reporter, every week giving you your Carolinas report and what's happening here in the Carolinas. It's a tough thing. South and North Carolina, fresh and saltwater, that's a lot of fishing. But I love doing it, but I need your help. And I want you to send me some emails. Captain E Fishing Reports at gmail.com. You can't get it wrong. Send me your reports from your body of water. I'm gonna get those on the air. We're gonna talk about it. Make sure you give me some details, what's happening, what they're biting and where. We'll keep it vague. We don't wanna put everybody right on top of your spot. All right, yeah, so imagine that. Get the drone in the air and chaos, but that looks, have we got a row? Have we got a row? Nope, but you see that chartreuse? Got that chartreuse going on. Come on. Come on, oh, come on. There we go. Here we go. Nice one, nice one. Nice one. I got to give a big shout out to Marshall's Marine and Key West Boats for this awesome bay reef. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's over. Look at that's a big one. It's overkill for coming up here to go shad fishing, but you cannot trade having all this space on the boat. It is a great boat, great setup, perfect for inshore, near shore, offshore. Look at the size of that one. That's a good one. Unfortunately, no eggs, but guess what? We'll make great chum, and does have a mouth a lot like a tarpon. Look at that. Again, great bait, and you can come down here and do this yourself. Talking again real quick, let's go back over the times. You want to come late January into mid-April, late April, those fish will be here. You can have a great time getting out here. It's simple. I'm telling you, go buy you some chartreuse, jig heads, chartreuse grub, or go get some sabikis like what I'm doing today. They're working perfect. They're producing some fish and we're having a great time. And I'll tell you what, come down, enjoy South Carolina. So many things here to do in the outdoors and fishing wise, but this again is something that's, you know, pretty much a Southern heritage. You come out and you know, there's guys that set nets for them over this time period. There's families that live off of these shad. So to get out here and fight them on light tackle, it doesn't get any better.
Watch our latest episode or catch up on past episodes on our website at letsfishtv.com. Be sure to hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and download the free Waypoint TV app to get all the latest episodes every week on your phone, tablet, computer, or smart TV. Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Lake Hartwell Country. Catch the feeling. Lose, feel the difference. Strike King, tie one on. And by Glacier Outdoor. Outdoors since 1982.
Hey guys, real quick, I want to talk to you about our Let's Fish TV Academy Tour for 2024. We just had our very first event in Lufkin, Texas, and let me tell you guys, it was an absolute blast. And I got to meet a bunch of my fans. We had nearly 50 people at the event, and y'all absolutely showed out and showed up. We gave away a lot of free fishing line, had a free fishing seminar. We have 2 in Alabama, and then ending it up in June at Columbia, South Carolina. Each event will be at an Academy Sports and Outdoor store, and I will post this on our Let's Fish TV and Andrew Upshaw Fishing Facebook pages so y'all know exactly when and where that you need to be. But guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, the reason we did the Academy Tour this year was to give back to you, the fans, the people who support Let's Fish TV, support Academy Sports and Outdoors, and to give you something in return. You know, one of our biggest supporters in this is Strike King. Strike King is giving away a free spool of line to everybody that comes in and brings their reels in. Doesn't matter if it's bait casting or spinning reels. And guess what? If you forget it, I'll give you a spool line anyway. So guys, the Let's Fish TV Academy Tour is definitely something you want to check out. It says new for 2024. The first event in Lufkin, Texas went out with a bang, and I feel like every event after this is going to be even better. So make sure y'all stay tuned to our Facebook pages to see when the next event is, especially if it's close to you. If you get a chance, make sure you share it on your Facebook page so everybody can share it too.
Here's today's Right Stuff, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
All right, we want to talk about exactly what we were using today, and this is brought to you by Academy Sports. And I'll tell you what, the Mach 2 combos are a great combo. We needed something lightweight, and typically I'll fish with something even smaller. Some of your crappy stuff works great. Get out there and enjoy the fights from these fish, and that's exactly what we were looking for. I had 20-pound braid on here because I use these for trout fishing as well, but that speaks enough right there of these combos from Lew's. They're great combos. Use them anywhere, whatever you want to do. And as for the rig, we started off with a tandem rig, a couple jig heads, and you know, chartreuse colored grubs. And what I did is started switching. As I noticed on that forward facing sonar that those fish were holding tight to the bottom, I switched over to that sabiki rig. You can find all kinds of sabiki rigs, but you know, typically today I was using that R&R rig. Would cut off some of the hooks. We didn't need those 12 to 13 hooks on there. 6 to 8 was enough, and I was putting a grub on each of those. The chartreuse and pink grubs or white work perfect in the river, and you can get out there and do it yourself. Grab all your tackle, find everything at Academy Sports. Folks, it has been my pleasure to sit in this week and share my waters with you. Work smarter, not harder, and keep your chaos organized.